Hello again, everyone. Nice to see you. And it is episode 27 of Project 2 of The Joy of Functional Game Dev. And if you're following this series along as it gets released, you'll note that there has been a rather spotty attendance. At first it was because of sickness, but now it has to do with lack of perseverance. I have been dragging my feet on this project, haven't been feeling the joy. But the thing is I want to ship this. I want this game to be in some semblance of I've accomplished, I've completed yet. Not all not every feature that I want in there is necessarily going to be in there. Because that's just not possible. But the thing is I've been working on this for the last for 26 hours. This is the 27th hour of me working on this, plus a lot of time off off camera working on getting the SDL stuff done. So today's word of the day is perseverance, and we're gonna keep going. The really big part going over here to the Trello board. Oh, it's v0.26.1. I added some things to um, to the SDL part. To the events for SDL. I was working on that a little bit because that needs to move along too. eventually, for I had things like controller support. Haven't really tested it out, but I want it to be there for when I want to use it. And let's take a look here at what it is we wanted to do. The dead state working is the most important thing. It's the, hey, you know what? I need my game to handle things other than I'm in the middle of the game. I need to handle title screens and I need to handle help screens. And that's not so much the game itself that I'm working on, but rather the structure in which the game operates. And at the moment, that is, you know what? I think I actually need to get in here. Nothing up my sleeve here. All right, I have to get in here because actually it was on a different computer. Git pull origin master. And yes, all the stuff in this deal event. So I'm up to date because I hadn't updated this copy. But so, all right, let's go. Let's dive in. We got game state. Where are we at? Game state place. But you know what else it is? There's a title screen. I don't even know what's in there, but title screen exists. And that's actually how we want to start. We want to start the game in title screen of, we'll just leave it right there as it is, right at the get-go there. Because if we can handle title screen, and then we can handle other things. Also, some of the stuff I got going on here is just absolutely nuts. Would you look at this event pump, for example? Okay, I got a render draw, and I got, what in the world? Okay. Oop. Because you can't even follow this. Look at this. Okay. So what is this thing? So render draw. So event pump takes a render handler. Okay, let's go here to render draw. Go to the definition. Maybe I don't? Okay. There we are. It finds it. So there's a rendering context, right? And the state's a game state. Well, why don't I have a rendering context? So let rendering context equals that. and let render func equal render.draw of rendering context. So it doesn't know directly label render. So in render func, here is what this is. Build. Let's clean this up. I've let it get messy is the problem. And of course now I'm not building. Well, you're a rendering context, right? Okay, quick actions. See, let's open it. Rendering context. All right. All right, so that takes care of that. But look at this junk. So the thing is during the course of what's going to happen, the state. This is the created state. All right. So here's the rendering context. We're going to also clean up the event handler. Let some locations func equal that. Let set visible func equals that. So yep, today may not be the most super duper exciting thing in the world, but if you've been poking around in the code at all, if you've been watching me as it goes, you're like, ooh, this is getting horrendous. What's this called? It's the event handler. Maybe something. Func. Let event handler equal. That's that. There's that. That's what it's called, right? It's called an event handler. So let's pass that bad boy right in. And this will give me a created state, because this is the event handler setup. Rendering setup. Okay. This stuff all here, this is my SDL system setup up until this point. Let's actually make some notes here. SDL setup. And up until here, I have graphics setup. And then we actually have game setup. And this right here is let my state equals, nope, not that, which is really all of this stuff. We set up the game, and this is play state. So that's much easier to read. So here's the event pump, there's a render func, there's an event handler, and there's my state. But, so this right here is more or less, see, in my sum locations function, and this is where This is where this comes from. So I got a SumLocations function, and this is that. Yeah, this was in severe need of fixing, because here I am with copy pasta all over everything. We're also going to go with having these things. What's that called? It's a distance formula test func. Formula test func. Is that? Okay. We'll get both of these out there. So the set terrain func and set object func. Boom. Okay, let set terrain func equals that. Let set object func equals that. And here's the set terrain func. Here's my set object func. And it's the very last thing that it does. So all this stuff. And then I also want suppose really so really what I want is I want to let create func equal, and we're gonna do that. So, all right, and we're gonna take this part, state equals create func. Believe it or not, this does make things a little bit easier there. So, create func. Looks like I don't need state then, do I? Can I do that? Let me do that. It should let me do that. Oh, see. So I do need state. I do need it. So this is a state update visible flags. Okay. So there's my set visible again. Many places. Okay. Yeah, this seems weird to me. This seems very strange. But are we good? Are we good here? Because we want to. Is the create my event pump? Okay. See, now in my play state, here, I just passed title screen. What's going to happen? Nothing. It's going to blow up probably. Well, actually, right now, it's probably going to blow up anyway. Because, well, it's going to have some warnings a couple places. Because there's a couple of switches or matches where it's not. For example, right here, saying, hey, I don't have a title screen. We do have an update, not a copy pasta. So really, what I want to look for here is I want to look for all the places because when so, all right, let's do a little search for place date. Looks like a really rotten name for things. An idle. My event handler. So I handle my key down event. See, what I'm trying to track down is where exactly it goes to a dead state. Now, for now, I don't really need title screen. I don't. Dead state is fine for another state, as long as it can stick there. So, in my event handlers, I've got my key down handler. So when I handle my key down event, I have my game state, and it just returns the state that it was. And when I am idling on idle, idle state some location. So really the only places where the things can change are here, and what I want to do, see, in handling key down event, if that's that, then I want a breakpoint right there, and I want an event right there, and I want, when I'm rendering, so also really this stuff is absolutely obnoxious, because look at all that. Because should I, alright, well let's be good little functional developers and factor that stuff out. Let render play state equals that. What is state? We'll call that state, which is of course a play state, right? Okay. So obviously it's going to be state piped into that. Same thing there. So no matter what, either way, gonna render. So you don't need to do it this way. And so, what doesn't? I don't do this. All right. I think this is the right way. So either dead state or play state. Go here, but in reality, I do want the ability to break on that. All right, and where are we creating things? I want to create my boat with only one hit point so that I can get killed easily. Where are you? Create. I know you're here somewhere. Where are you? There you go. So, alright, so on my idle handler, I'm handling the on-idle dead state. I am handling that. Quit event, doesn't matter. Okay. And then in my renderer, rendering there. Alright, so all I gotta do is hit lightning and then see, can I, okay, cool. Alright, here we go, here we go. Hit it. Okay, I've damaged my bolt. Now I'm in the dead state. So, okay. We're gonna go. We're idling on the dead state. Still idling, idling. We're rendering the dead state. And we will do that forever. And we'll make sure that we hit a button. Okay. That's super great. So everything is working correctly. So we are there. All right. Yeah, now that I've done that, it's not terribly important that that's done. It's so that we are able to change the state. But so I want, do I add it to the event pump? What do I add it to? Because here's my thing. Well, maybe it's the event handler. Or yeah, it could be. All right, so I've got this create func, right? And if I'm in a different state, if I'm in the dead state, I want to be able to recreate the world. And does any of does this stuff? So really the end result of this is this, right? What else do I? Because what else do I really need here? So I just hit create func instead of calling play state. Oh, yeah. Go. And that should do it. But so, what does it return? Returns a game state. So go to my, okay. We call it create func. Func. We're going to spell that correctly. So, which is a unit to game state function. All right. We're going to plug that one in here. So after here. Build that stuff up. So now it's here, and it can be passed on down to these other things as I care to do so. So we're gonna pass. We're passing it right before the. So key down is one of them. Key down is one where it's actually going to matter. Where it is. Oh, no, don't need the play state there. Don't care about that there. Care about it here. Because right now, okay, so we do this. We let private handle key down event dead state, and all right. Obviously need those. Need that, and okay, now that would just return state. So we have state. So maybe we just give a game state. Because that's all we have. Is that what we have? State, sum. All right. State's a game state. Do state, sum. All right. And do state handle key down event dead state. We make it a capital S. Okay. So it does need to be the key, doesn't it? Keyboard event. Let's put the keyboard event there. We're going to care about that. And we're also going to care about the create func. Because the create func, okay. Func. So, let's do a match state with, okay. We're going to match keyboard event dot, these things, keysim. What are these things? Still event keysims. Ugh. All right, let's find them because this is a big one, right? These get huge. Blah. Okay. Where is that? Is it here? Keyboard? Oh, scan code. Oh my goodness. Alright. Get out of there. What's this thing doing? Alright, let's find that. Go to the definition of that. Find me that. What in the world? Oh, okay. Remove. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so keysim.scan. Alright, that's how we do it. Keysim.scan code. Alright. My goodness, this gets way more complicated than it has to be, doesn't it? Okay, so not here. So what are you having a problem with here? Build? Are you building? What's the problem? Alright. Because yep. Dot keysim dot scan code with STL keyboard dot scan code dot F2 and whatever with just return the same stupid state. That returns a game state. that's going to be piped into some. Neat. Alright. So then, should work. Okay. Just so we can get ourselves, it's goofy and stupid, and yeah, it has taken half an hour, but I want to get it to the point where if the guy dies, he can start the game over. Not create? No. There we are. Okay. We're going to do it again so that, go. Okay, find some lightning bolt. There you are. Oh, stop. See, it should be easy to hit a storm, right? So, here's the boat. We're in a dead state where nothing happens. So I should be able to hit F2, and then I go back to a play state where it starts me over. No. Oh, it did. Okay, it just takes a minute. Alright. Cool. Gotta try that again. Yep, so I'm dead. Can't do anything. F2. Kicks a second. Alright, that's a success. That is a really great thing. Go back to a hull of 10. And super neat. Go to Trello. We say dead state working. Yes, it is. And squee that. Now, we got to take a look at some other things. So one of the things, island trading and fishing and doing some of these other things. For example, for one thing, we're going to need fish on the screen. So, all right, gotta pick stuff. One of the things that I don't currently have a concept of is an inventory, or I don't have items. And so right now, let's go take a look at the boat object, shall we? Here's the boat properties. I got a hull, maximum hull, and that's to generate storms. For one thing, my hull and maximum hull, should these things be in they should have some sort of unit. So and it should have the same units as that. So yeah, to-dos. Go back to to-dos. The boat. Let's put a checklist in there. Or say hull has units called hit points or HP. It's abstract. The other things will have to have it too. So equipment. So I think I need a different checklist for that. This will be features. Then add a checklist. We're going to call it equipment. And definitely one of the things, fishing pole. How about a net? Definitely a net. Harpoon. Cannon. So what else do I need here? I need fishing. So fishing pole, used to fish. Let's make some notes. Used to fish. Net. used to fish / capture merfolk. Harpoon used to attack sea monsters. Merfolk. Cannon used to attack pirates. Okay. So these sorts of things, and it's a fishing pole. Do I want a fishing pole, or do I just want the net? Do I want to keep this? I don't need 2 ways to fish. No, I don't. We're going to delete you. We need a net, we need a harpoon, we need a cannon. And number of equipment slots. The equipment slots. Ability to upgrade hull. Equipment slots and cargo capacity. That's one part I haven't even really taken a look at yet. Here's another checklist. Cargo types. This is meant to be a go to different islands and have and buy trading things. So we're going to go with very primitive things: food, wood, stone, iron. That's good for now. Just things that I need current currency types, and then of course one more checklist: items, because we will also have caught fish, dead merfolk, captured merfolk, dead sea monster. More or less, it's yeah, these things are unnecessarily cruel, but we can capture merfolk, or we can kill merfolk. Either one of these things, it's going to impact the other stuff. But so, okay, all sorts of really cool things here. These would naturally be purchased on islands. Is that all I ever need? I guess so. And then, of course, you upgrade things, how much currency you have. So at first, I start with nothing. And so really that's the thing. Like, okay, how do I get my guy to being self-sufficient? What shall he do to earn money? And at the moment, and also all the islands need names, don't they? Don't they? So islands need names. Island properties. So islands need names. And what? So what shall the boat do? He starts with no money, or do I start him with some money? What can we do? Can I See, these are the things to think about. Pirates, merfolk, sea monsters, exploration. So, Can he dive for pearls? I don't know. This is a how to initially make money, because that is the question. What? I'm not certain how to do this. So, all right, let's just play a minute. Let's think things through. So here we are. We're on a boat. What shall we do? Perhaps we need fish. Do we need... perhaps we do need a fishing pole. Or perhaps we do need a... Guest off. Can he go and do work? Can he go and work? There is my question. What indeed? And I'm going to have to think about this. Because this initial thing that he does to gain any sort of money is the crucial first part. Or maybe there... You know what? Okay. Errand boy quest. It's like, okay, please take this whatever to a different place. All right. So, courier. Initially make money. I now know exactly how I want to do it. Oh, get rid of that one. Let's make a checklist. All right. Initial money starting out. So, first thing we're going to need is each going to have some seed money, and this is going to make you each island has a quest, so to speak, and the quest is to take an item, MacGuffin, to another island, upon which another island. Okay. When delivering, get a small amount of money. So okay, so that's the thing. And then do I get more? I guess this is a dinky little way. It's like, hey, could you? It's basically you're the postal service. Take a letter to the island of wherever, and how much you will get paid. So it's a... So this is definitely quests. All right. So how do we do this? And neat. All right. So so my quests then are... So we definitely have the idea of a quest. And I think I also need cargo capacity in here. So I need cargo capacity, I need equipment capacity. But we're not going to add that today. All right, so to do, put some to-dos. Add cargo capacity, equipment capacity, quests. And that that is it. That is the direction that this guy has to go in, and there's where we're going. Huh? Didn't expect really that. I expected more of a complete trader thing, but I don't want to have to give him money. I want to just um. So then when so can you only have one quest at a time? I think so. I think it's you'd only have one quest at a time. So then really, one of the things I need to do here is get the name of the, where am I, game state? Map objects. So among the island properties, I give it a name here. Name. So I'm going to, so I need a random number generator. I need to randomly generate names. I will generate them naturally during the create function, wouldn't I? Yes. Because where's the generate location? It generates the locations and generates islands. So island locations. Map locations. My goodness. Okay. Does all this stuff, and then I wind up with places the island. Right in here, I need a. When do I have? This I absolutely hate. So at this point, right after here, come up with name list for islands. And then really in my questing, the whole point of the questing is it should not make enough money to really be worth doing forever, because it's just gonna be a here take a whatever to that, and you get a small pittance. But the thing is I think each island is just going to have its reward set out. So it's going to be so many coins. It's going to be a small number, like 1 through 5 gold, or whatever my currency is. Yeah, okay, this is cool. But we can take a look at that next time. Each island has an amount of money it will next reward, and it doesn't change unless a job is taken. So that's the thing. So you can't just go to the outside, hey, got a job? Yep, here's one for 1, and then come back again. Oh no, here's 1 for 5. So you can't just game it. Yes, you can still game it in that you go to a different island, but eventually if everybody's at a 1, you're just gonna have to take one, see what the next one is. So that's gonna be super duper cool. All right, that's very exciting, and we're back, and we're gonna push forward. We're gonna get this thing done, and I think this is gonna be a good game. Thanks so much for coming on this journey with me, and as always, keep that joy of functional game dev in your heart, and I'll see you next time.